Hey guys, welcome back to Star Wars Build the Millennium Falcon. Today we are opening package number 14. So this is month number 14. Now this is actually how it arrived from the U.S. Post Office. There's a little piece of tape here. I don't know how Scotch tape is. It doesn't really adhere to cardboard. This is probably the worst pack. This is the worst packing job I've seen from DeAgostini so far. This is open. This is exactly how it came. The tape here was buckled under, so for Model Space to do this, you know, that's their name on the box. I have no idea whether anything is missing. I have not. Nothing looks damaged on the inside, and I hope that it's not. But we're just going to open it here and see. I'm going to be really upset if it is, but I've been very lucky up to this point. So I'm going to knock on wood. Well, my desk is particle board, so it's made up of wood, right? All right, so here's issue 55. It's got the little piece of the turret there. Pretty cool. We've got, let's see, 56. What issues are these? 53, 54, 55, 56, I think. 57, I think, is the one that actually includes the circuitry for the ramp. So that's going to be next month. So we get a couple pieces. Well, we get this piece, obviously. Looks like there's a couple pieces that glue onto this, and as well as some truss. We get a couple. Well, we get another piece for the. You know, the framework and the support. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, and we finally get our screws. Yay! Oh, we needed those like 2 months ago, right? Or something. Let's see here. Yeah, some more pieces of the truss. We've got some pipes and things like that that are glue on. And issue 53. So it doesn't look like anything was damaged. I can see my issues in there. Oh, look at all the little pipes and stuff. This is gonna be so cool, you guys. I don't see, oddly, I don't see any packets of screws at all yet. Though I think we did get a pretty big, let's see, we got this, come on. We got this pretty massive packet of screws in one of the last issues. We still have a couple left over. All right, let's take a quick look at the magazine, and then we're going to dig right into whatever the first issue is, 53, 54, 50. Yep. So issue 53, this is, what are we going to be doing? We're going to be building out one of the recesses. Pretty cool there. It looks like there's also a couple framework pieces that go on, so I'll be following along some interesting stuff in the magazines. Not sure what that's all about. Next we've got this thing, those guys, the robot guys, Naboo Lake Country. Oh god, this is like the worst scene of all the trilogies. Oh look, they're gonna kiss. They're in the... Oh, never mind. When I watched, I'm sorry, but when I watched that, I could not. I mean, it was like there are no two people less in love than those people were. Anyway, looks like we're gonna have pretty much the box completed by this point, or pretty close to it. The box is where, when I say, I guess it's not really a box; it's a square. And that's where the interior is going to fit somehow. We don't really know yet how that's going to fit in. This issue, we're installing the battery box. So that's pretty cool. 55. Let's see, what do we got? We got the Type J diplomatic barge. I thought that was a pretty cool ship for Star Wars. They should do a model of that. Because, you know, you'd just be, you know, it'd be 50 episodes of polishing it. You just, you know, the first 50 episodes, you're putting all the panels on, and then the next 50, you're just polishing it bit by bit. Let's see. We finally get to install these guys. The guys. I don't know if I'm going to actually screw those down because we still have yet to get to painting and priming and everything. Which, now that it's warming up, once I get it like a few days where it's in the 70s, I'm actually going to take this outside and prime it in black and then kind of go from there. And then I'm also going to be using an old soldering iron to kind of accentuate all of the blaster marks. That'll be pretty cool. Let's see, Skytop Station Battle Sphere. This totally reminds me of something from like the old BattleTech games. You remember the drop ships? If you've ever played BattleTech, the role-playing game, drop ships and jump ships were always very important. And these kind of reminded me of that in the movie. I kind of thought it was cool, but I kind of felt at the same time they were copying from BattleTech. But anyway, Starship transponders. I guess that's a transponder. Oh, that's a real-world transponder. I can't read. Okay, so this episode we've got a couple of sprue pieces, this, and then just a couple more. Those guys. Oh, we install all of the thrust vector plate. Well, it says thrust vector plates. I wouldn't really call those plates, but you know, that's me. Part of me wants to install these before I prime and paint everything. Another part of me wants to wait until after I prime and paint, because if I prime and paint first, the glue is not going to quite stick as well, and obviously that would be a problem. Though we only have to prime and paint all these guys from one side. We don't have to paint the undersides of them. But you know, gluing it onto the model with paint in between is still going to be a problem. So I don't know. I'm constantly going back and forth on what I want to do with that. So we've got a lot of little greeblies and things like that to install in this episode, and pretty much, if you painted your model, you would need to finish these details. Yeah, pretty much at this point, I think the vast majority of the greeblies for the bottom side will be finished. I think there's still a few more to go, but I think for the most part, we're pretty much done. And then, again, we've got issue 57 with the circuit board. Definitely looking forward to that, to testing out the ramp and the lights and everything else. So that'll be pretty cool. But I've got to wait a whole nother month for that. Even though I've heard that month 15 is in, I don't know. I might try to call them and see about getting bumped up again to whatever's the latest. So, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do that. All right, guys. Issues 53 through 56. Let's get started on issue 53. We got a lot to do. Okay, so we're going to look at... we're not going to look at putting together issue 53. We're actually going to do it. So, let's see. We got to flip back. Well, first of all, let's take a quick look at the full issue. So we've got... let's see, Droid Tri-Fighters. I think these were in the sequels. If they weren't in the sequels, they were probably in Clone Wars or something like that. I think they might have been in the sequels because they've got some pictures, some screen caps from the movie. I don't specifically remember them. This might be from Clone Wars. It says Clone Wars, so I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen the prequels. We've got information on the districts of Coruscant. You can read through all of that. Good stuff. Escape Pods Part 2 just talks about escape pods. Yoda's escape pod, so on and so forth. Other escape pods, but you can read that when you when you get your subscription. The next parts are going to be whatever is in this bag right here. Got some hull details. 2 pieces of frame, another assembly jig, which is going to go, I guess, over here. No, over here, like in the front. And I'll turn the page, and yeah, basically talks about assembling the next section of the jig. So I kind of set this aside because I want to flip this upside down. Let's see, it goes right here. Kind of settles in there. Okay, so I'm going to open issue 53 here. We've got, looks like 2 screws with some long pipes. Excuse me. And then I think the other pieces are all part of what's going to be in this recess that I think we're going to glue together this issue. So, bag is empty, no screws or anything are in there. Set that aside. We've got these pieces, and we've got 1 4-way connector and 2 2-way connectors. There are some screws that we're going to need. I don't think... Let's see here. We do have some screws over here. Is this Loctite? Yeah, that Loctite. Oh no, it's still wet. Loctite is kind of weird. Like, it doesn't dry up if you just kind of leave it sitting out. It only dries when you put it in, when you screw it into something. So anyway, and then this is part of the recess. That is, I'm assuming, it's going to fit right under there, like so. Looks pretty cool. Just with that, it always looks cool whenever you make a little bit more progress. So yeah. We've got the little instruction thing, which is garbage. We'll throw that down there. And just toss this over here. We don't care. Now this part should go right like that. And then I can pick this back up and set this back on there so it's got some support. Okay. Let's see. Let's get my knife out here. I got, 2 pieces? I'm assuming that's going to go there. And then this will probably go like this. Yep. That's it. I know it. I know it to be true. That just reminded me of from Empire Strikes Back when when Darth Vader's telling Luke Skywalker, he's his father, and he's like, he turns into a pirate or something. He's like, it's been so long since I've seen it, I can't remember the exact words, but he's like, search your heart, you know it to be true. Like, why does he say it like that? It's like he completely goes against every talking convention that we've ever learned. Anyway, it's freaking hilarious to me. It's not really that funny, but so I left. Oh wait, where is the super glue? I'm gonna have to if you guys remember back from a few episodes, well, I don't remember how many. It could be 10 by this point. I didn't have the top turned on or screwed on right on my old bottle of super glue, and it fell over, I think. I can't really remember. Anyway, the whole end of it got plugged up, so I basically had to chop like a bunch of it off, and there's basically this stub. Well, that got knocked over on my cutting mat, and let me see if I can move this, because it's kind of funny. It's right here. And it is freaking glued down, dude. You can't even... I don't even know how I'm going to get that. And that's why you have a cutting board. Okay, so got this repositioned. Let me get my little thing of Loctite out here. And I don't think we're really screwing that many screws in this episode, so I'll put 1 drop of Loctite in with the rest. We're going to get the screw coated nice and Loctite-y. Wait, it's like this, and that screws right there. Okay, so that's the first one, and then we're going to put a 4-hole connector where? Here. Okay. This went in nice and smooth. I know we had some problems getting some of these to really align correctly, and I think it was an issue or two ago. These, however, are going in nicely, and I haven't even used the, the little thread lock tool, which honestly I don't even know where I put. Honestly, I haven't really had the need to use it. Honestly, okay, so now it's telling us to put these pieces together, and we're going to screw these 2 screws in, I guess. Well, yeah, screw those 2 points in. Do I really not have any more? I kind of don't want to open up this giant packet of screws just yet. I've got 2 screws right here, and I don't think I have. Oh wait, here's some screws. Yay! All right. Well, we've got some screws from, was this issue 40 or something? There's some. No, the glass for the original cockpit. Can't remember what issue that is, but good thing I had that sitting there. So now we can open a smaller packet of screws. I don't like opening up too much because it's just, one more thing to get lost. And I don't like to lose things, even though I probably do more than I should. Okay. I like to put these pieces, like the way they're molded, they're ever so slightly wider on one side than they are the other. I want to say kind of like a pyramid, but like if the top were flat here, like they're kind of like this, with the bottom being here. Not nearly that, that pronounced though. It's very, very, very subtle, and I like to put the flatter or the wider side towards the frame, just so it makes more contact, I guess. And so by the time this episode's out, it'll probably be several weeks, but the Millennium Falcon kit just got released down in Australia, so a lot of the Australian guys are starting to join in to the the different Facebook groups and so on and so forth. So that's pretty cool. It's always fun having more people around, that's for sure. I'm going to take this. I'm going to kind of just get a nice chunk of Loctite on there, and then screw these down. Okay. So it's still not, it's still kind of loose on there. Okay, so the assembly should look like this, which it does. Screw this end of TF17 to the connector you added in step 1, and then the other 2 screws to screw in this. Okay. So we just need 3 more screws out of this. Put my knife away. Need 1 more screw. There we go. Give me 1 more screw, baby. Okay. So we're going to have this like right here. Okay. Ah, come on now. Did I see if I loosen this other one up ever so slightly? I think that's kind of slightly too tight. Okay, next. Gotta get that Loctite on there. Okay. All right, now comes the hard part, because this is actually really super flimsy. I mean, look how flimsy that is. So we've got to screw all this down. Let's see, do I have the little screwdriver? This just gives me a little bit more control. The other thing too I want to talk to you guys about is I've been thinking about screwing all the panels down as I go around, and the reason why was issue 46 was probably one of the most painful YouTube videos I've ever made. I'm just trying to screw down this last 2-piece thing here. It was so painful. I thought my hand was going to fall off. Okay, so that's a lot more stiff. And, you know, instead of you guys watching me for an hour, well, an hour and a half or 2 hours or however long it was, let me know in the comments if you enjoy watching the series. Let me know if that's actually something that you guys want me to do, or, you know, do you just want me to time-lapse past it? You know, I just want to kind of get an idea of what you guys think I should do once we have to screw all these panels in officially. Okay, so we got the extra piece on the assembly jig. Join the first 2, and the third. Place the completed framework on the jig with this. So, yep. Okay. Now we got we get to go to assembling the recess, which is this. They have it like this, and it doesn't really, let's see here. I guess we're only using one of these sprues. The cutting board. Might as well cut on it, right? Okay. So here we've got, I want to say these go somewhere on the bottom, but I could be absolutely wrong. But we have all these different little tubings and pipings that are going to go on the upper side. So we're not going to use that. We will set this over here. I think I've got some other pieces out here as well. Okay, so nothing left in there. Alright. Got some modeling putty here on my razor. I think that was from when I was trying to make the new replacement nose cone, kind of put that together, which I've got right here. I kind of want to still try to make it look a little bit nicer, because I want to do some testing with it. I'm not going to use it, but I don't want to waste any insignia white on it. If you guys know what I'm talking about, insignia white is more valuable than gold right now. So, okay, so remove detail 1 from the sprue, which is this big piece. And have I, you know what? I'm not really well prepared for this issue, because, okay, I'm back. Got my fingernail file. That's all I needed. So, we're just gonna file the side of this piece down. Okay. Okay, so we got this piece out. Let's see here. So it's got this like this, and then this going upside down. Can you guys see that okay? I kind of feel like, tell you what, I'm going to move the camera here. Okay, so I really hope that the microphone is going to be working okay. Trying to make sure I get it plugged in really good. Okay. So either it's working great or you guys are going deaf right now. So I'm sorry. Okay, so glue the 2 large pins. I'm going to put glue on there, maybe just like a little bit around the base, so it makes really good contact. And then again, it's going to fit right in here like this. Bam. All right. Okay. Next up is glue detail number 2, which, let's see here. I think it's this piece here. So let's see here. Hold on. There we go. That's a little bit better. Ah! The glue's coming through the back. Oops. It's all right. Okay, so the next piece And again, just kind of sand that back. This side you can see is a little bit uglier. Little bit. Yeah, it's pretty. Okay, so now I have to figure out where the heck this thing goes. It says there are 2 pins in here. So I guess this is supposed to go up like this, because it's showing me a picture like that, right? Okay. So I'm gonna get a little bit on each pin, and I'm gonna kind of put a healthy dose of super glue, or, you know, along the bottom. I'm trying to get it to reflect off the light, but here we go. All right, so again, here we go. Can't really look at it from the bottom, but that's it right there. So if you look at it from that way, it looks like that. If you look at it from this way, it looks like that. All right. Next, glue detail number 3. Oh, great. Number 3, it looks like it's this piece. I love how there's absolutely no consistency as to what piece is what. Yeah, that's detail number 3. So again, this one right here. Again, always cut with the flat head of your sprue cutter against the piece you're cutting out. Okay. And then this piece is actually going to fit in like that, down into those 2 little holes. You see those down there. So for this, I'm going to need to get my tweezers out. And I don't even know. Terrible. I'm terrible. Why are you guys watching me? Okay, here we go. Alright, so we got a little bit of super glue on there. And then we'll put it right down there. Oh gosh, oh no. Oh. Did not go as expected. Okay. What the heck? Actually get some super glue on there. And oh, come on. Keeps not wanting to glue in there. Okay, so now I gotta put it in the other way. Now just stay in the hole. It's almost like of all the pieces that I've had to glue on, that piece right there has been the most inconsistent. Okay. Next piece, detail number 4, which is this piece right here. Cut that out. Let's see if that's like a bit of a ledge there, or what that is. Got another little burr there on the other side. That's actually kind of a burr that I'm more worried about. Okay, so this piece is supposed to fit down in here, like, you see the, like these two holes there? It's supposed to fit down in there right like that. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna get some glue on there. Okay. Again, some of that glue gonna come through the back. All right, let's see if this little piece. Okay, he's in there pretty good now. Yeah, I don't think he's going anywhere. Okay. But if I had to guess, if I had to come back in like 20 years, that piece would probably be gone. Okay, next piece. Glue detail 5 into the 2 small holes above detail number 4. What? Oh, these right here. Sorry, there you go. Okay, so that is going to be detail, what, 5? Looks like it's this thing. Again, get both sides. And I'm not, again, I'm not putting like a whole lot of pressure on this. Just, using my thumb to keep constant pressure on it, but not like really strong pressure because I don't want it to bend or break or anything like that. Okay, so now, let's see here. They have it pictured like this. So, and it looks like it goes in like this. Like right like that. Got my razor blade out there, I don't want that there. Yeah, so it's going to fit in just like that, it looks like. Is that right? Yes, yeah. I'm convinced that it is, at least. Alright. Get the 2 pins. Okay. Sorry guys. Got my gigantic hand in the way. I should have put a little bead right up in there too, but I'm not too worried about it. I think it's going to be fine. It's already pretty much cured. Okay, so next, glue detail 6, which I think is the last large piece on here. This big piece here. Okay, now where the heck does this thing go? Okay, so this has got to go in here. Like what? It almost looks like it's supposed to lay in like that. Is that right? Oh, I'm trying to look at the picture here. Yeah, that's right. See the 2 holes there and the 1 hole there, and those correspond with the two holes there, the one hole there, and you can see it again right there. So I'm pretty confident that that is the correct orientation. So I'm going to pop that out. A nice super glue lube job here. Put some extra glue down in those holes. And here we go. And it's in, it's never coming out, regardless of what we do now. Never in a million years. Okay, next piece, glue detail number 7, which is going to be this guy. Did I even sand that piece down? I don't remember sanding it. Oh well. The nice thing about these metal nail files over the, you know, the cardboard ones, I guess, or I don't know what they're made out of, wood, is that this one, when you're done with your model kit, you can actually use it to file your nails. God knows my nails need it. Okay, this piece goes in like this, it looks like. Yeah, it just kind of like lays down right like that. So that's what the piece looks like. It's right in there. Again, with the super glue. Okay. Okay. That will cure here in just a few seconds, if it has not already. Glue detail 8. Detail 8 is going to be let's see, this is 12, this is 8, this is 9. So, okay. Keep knocking over the super glue bottle. Okay, so it says glue detail 8 into the 2 small holes on top of detail 6, which is this one. It is going to go, according to this, we're talking about these 2 holes right here, and if that's not clear enough, this hole and this hole. This hole right here is going to be facing inwards, so the flat part will be kind of facing against the flat wall, and it's going to fit in right like that right there. And the piece I'm talking about, once again, is this one. One that's moving. Pretty soon it will not be moving. It will never move again. Well, we're always moving, right? Okay, so just gonna kind of put some super glue there, and we're just gonna line the holes up like so, and it's never going to move again after 20 seconds or so. Okay, on to piece number 9 while that is curing. Again, this is piece number 9 right here. Okay. Got a little bit of a burr on there, nothing too bad. Now, if you're really trying to make this look exactly like the prop, or as close as you can get, you sometimes want to leave some of the pieces on there. Okay, this piece I think like fits down over here somewhere, kind of like this, I think. Yeah, that's how it fits. Okay, we got to figure this out. 'Cause this is going to be fun. So this square piece right here has to fit over that little ledge right down in here, like that. And then this piece is just kind of like hanging out there. It's like, hey guys. Okay, well, here goes nothing. Okay, that I'm going to hold for a few minutes, or moments, not minutes. Let's see, glue detail 10. Detail 10 is like a pin. Okay, that's going to cure over the next few minutes. So, this is piece number 10. So we're going to cut this out. Now pay careful attention to where I'm cutting this, because there's a really long little pin on here. You don't want to break it off, because you might be tempted to cut it right here, and I have actually seen people in other videos cut it at that point, which is incorrect. So I want to make sure that you guys get it correct, because once you cut it off, you can never put it back on. And even if I am wrong and we eventually cut that off, then it's not going to be a big deal to cut it after the fact. Okay, this piece is a little, there's like a detail around it, so you don't want to sand that too much. Now to figure out where it goes, they're like, here it goes over here, and you can't really tell. Oh wait, I think it goes like right like this. Ah. Yeah, it goes right down there like that. Right? I love how they're like glue detail 10 into the holes in detail 1 and 6. So there's 1 and 6. But it actually doesn't show you where it goes in that step. So, okay. Not that big of a deal. So I'm going to put a little tiny dab of super glue on the part that I told you don't cut off, and a little bit more on the bottom, making absolutely sure that I glue my fingers together. Hopefully I won't. And I gotta move it around, I gotta find the hole. There we go. Oh yeah, found the hole. Didn't even need a bag of flour. Terrible. Glue detail 11 into the slot in detail 2. Okay, detail 11 is what? It's this thing. It's like a little claw or something. Whoop. Sorry, guys. And again, kind of be careful where you cut this piece, because I think there's a kind of like a square piece on the side there. Yeah. Okay. So this side, we can kind of smooth that side down a bit. Over here, okay, now where does this thing go? This thing goes says glue detail 9 to the top slot of detail 2, which would be here. I think it goes right here, like that. You see where this thing is? Yeah, that's where it goes. Yay! All right. Right in there. I'm not really happy with this top piece though. See, I want there to be a seam line there, so I'm going to use my really sharp file here. And I'm basically trying to file like below that line. So I'm just going very slowly because I want to preserve that detail like that. See? Perfect. And my magazine's sliding away. He wants to go to the floor. Awesome. So that turned out great. All right. We're going to just put a blob of glue down in there. And put that piece right there. And I might have used a little bit too much super glue, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Except to dab away the excess super glue. Okay. Only got a few more pieces left. I think we only have like 3 or 4 pieces left. Okay. Glue detail 12 into piece number 7 or something. Okay. Detail 12 is up here. Again, be careful not to clip off too much. Because there's these little pins there, kind of at the end, right up here, that I didn't want to cut this off. Okay. Because we get to sand them off. No. No, you don't. Okay, so this piece looks like this kind of fits down in here. Really? Yeah, it does, actually. It fits right down, right in like that, and it's just gonna like freestand in there. Wow, okay. Here goes. Hopefully it will never break free. Alright. So that's pretty good. Alright, detail 13. Just have a couple more details to go. And I'm looking on, oh, okay, I think that's going to go up here. Detail 13 is this, 14 is this guy, and then we got 15, I think, up here, this long piece. Okay, so where does this piece go? This piece goes right in, glue the detail into the slot in part 1. Just gonna go, it's gonna go right in like that. Come on, man, you make me look bad again. Darn you, Aluminum Falcon. and I still got it upside down. Okay, so this piece is going to fit right down into this slot right there. Okay. Again, we got way too much super glue there. Okay. Glue 14 into 2 recesses in detail number 2, which I think is going to go, is going to go like here and here. Actually, there's a dog hair. Or I don't know, maybe it's my arm hair, one of the two. Same difference. Yes, that is where that piece goes. Let's cut it off the sprue. And we're almost finished, guys. And it didn't even take an hour to do this. See, I like the issues where there's a lot to do. You know, it takes, you know, a good 45 minutes to an hour to complete. The ones that, you know, you're finished with in 10 or 15 minutes, and there are quite a few of them, especially early on. Those are the ones that kind of make your, you know, those are the kind of ones that make me want to scream. Because, you know, here in the United States, we get them, you know, we get 4 issues a month. So it's not like we're rationed an issue every week. It's like, okay, here's your 4 issues. And then if we just go nuts and we do them all really quickly, we're kind of screwed. Okay, so this piece, again, this piece should fit. Like down here. Actually, exactly like that. Let's see if I can get some pliers in here that have a little bit more mass so I can get a better grip on it. So I'm going to put some glue on one side, some glue down on the other side, and then again goes right down like there. Oh, come on. Yes, there it is. Phew. All right. Now we just have the long skinny piece right here. And on this side, there's kind of like a little piece with like a pin on it, so you don't want to cut that off. So, whoops, wrong pliers. You need the sprue cutters. And if you have not invested in a serious pair of sprue cutters by now, go out and get yourself proper sprue cutters. Don't mess around with, don't get like wire cutters, because they usually don't have the right cutting blade on it for doing sprues. Okay, this piece, where does this piece go? This piece fits down into this hole, something like this. And then it just, I guess it kind of just lays down in there. It looks like it just lays down in there, but I don't know. I'm not so convinced. I think it kind of sticks out. So I'm going to put a tiny bit there, decent bit there. Look at that. See? Right off into the side. I think that's... The magazine makes this end look like it's actually kind of going down inside there, but I think that looks a bazillion times better, which is probably wrong. Unfortunately, they did not provide us with any actual shots of the real piece on the Millennium Falcon, so I don't have really anything to base it off of other than my gut instinct that that pipe would not be going down, but actually coming out, you know, of the side there. Oh, excuse me. All right, that part is finished. Let's see here. Next up in issue 54, we have this battery cover, another piece of framing. Here, actually 2 pieces of framing, another panel, the little brackets for the battery box, and some more tubes and things like that for the outside, which I don't think we are going to be installing. And I don't think we got any more framework or paneling. Tipping over my glue again. So, let's see here. This piece... this piece is actually going to fit up inside. Actually, I think it goes like this. Is that right? Is that right? Oh, no. It was the other way. It's going to go in there right like that. So, if you get like a zoomed out view, that's what it's going to look like, guys. All right, guys. Well, again, this is kind of what we've completed of the upper hull. You can see the extra framework coming out over here. Here's the recessed bit, which still needs to be painted and weathered and all that stuff, but I'm going to worry about that later when it tells us to paint. I still have tons of other paint work to do, but that's pretty cool. Nice detail right in there. All right, guys. Well, we will be back for issue 54, so hang in with me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy the videos, please hit the like button. Helps me out tremendously. And we'll see you back for more Star Wars Build the Millennium Falcon. I'm Brad M73. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye for now.